Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Well, I thought this priest deck was pretty decent, and when I think a deck is good, lately that seems to never work out, so I should indicate I have no Holy Novas, I've got no AoE at all. Shoot, I missed it there. I'm pretty sure I don't have any Shadow Word Pains, like to kill small minions. And of course, it's not always small minions, right? I mean, if you drop a Shrinkmeister, you can shrink a minion with 5 attack, and then Shadow Word Pain it, which is brutal. But, nope, there's a minion with 5 attack, I'm going to have to kill it with Shadow Word Death, of which I do have plenty. We've got some things for card drawing, 2 Northshire Clerics. I mean, the deck has good potential, but I'm worried about the holes in it.
Anduin versus Gul'dan.
Still,
Your soul shall be mine.
Priest is a pretty good class in the arena, and now that we got somebody putting together my stats in a Google Doc, which is pretty cool. We've seen that I do horribly with Warlock in the arena, so hopefully we can extrapolate to everyone else also doing horrible with Warlock, and therefore I would do better? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way. So, this is a pretty good curve for my starting hand, although that guy could throw it way off. So you could play the Murloc, the Bluegill, and use it to kill that. It's a waste because I don't know if he actually has the mech or not. Like, he could have drawn that and then not had them. He could just have a hand with no mechs. You'd still play that if that's your one drop, right? I think mechs only increases attack. So maybe I'll just hit him for 2, and then if he leaves my Bluegill alive, I could Velen's Chosen it and do crazy things. So that's the theory I'm going to go on. Board control is good, but my Bluegill is better than this guy unless he has a mech, and him having a mech shouldn't prevent me from killing it, right? Unless it's that one. So he's not going to do the trade, so I could still like Velen's Chosen or something. Now that would make him a 4-5, then a 4-4 after I hit that, and then he would trade both his guys and kill it. So it's probably not going to work out great. I should maybe save this. Although he's doomed.
The damned stand ready.
Do I use him to knock off the bubble, or do I let him do that with his attack? I think I'm going to let him do that with his attack. Which is risky, because he could do something else. Last turn, he needed both mana for this. If he had a Mortal Coil in his hand, he might have held on to it. But now, he could Mortal Coil this guy, other stuff. Boy, he has a good rush going on. Soulfire, ow. Although, killing him now does buff this guy's defense, which is okay. And it cost him a card, so... Wow, his deck is super weenie. Interesting. I'm going to play the Shield Master. Pick up that shield. Now, if I could kill that, he would become weak, although he might have more mechs in there, who knows. But in the meantime, he's probably going to trade these two guys, just take out the engine, if he doesn't have a better way to blow him up. Wow. Very aggro. Hungry Dragon, that's a horrible thing for me to get from the Hungry Dragon, right? It might as well be a 1-1 with no abilities, because it doesn't need charge. I can't attack on his turn, and by my turn it would be able to attack anyway. At least he should have to spend these two guys to kill that. Oh, he doesn't want to. Interesting. So I got a Shadow Word Death this guy. That seems like a given. The fact that the extra hit point went on this guy is very frustrating, actually. Could use him and him to kill that, or just do it with the Senjin. He can no longer survive either of those guys, though. The 1 damage he took to break the shield, which is pretty annoying. I'm going to be bouncing something with the Brewmaster. So I could kill that, and I could kill one of these two guys, presumably. Oh, actually, if I kill that, this guy can't kill this anymore. Okay. Him for 1. And then I can bounce this guy, because then he's reusable.
Drink with me, friend.
That would be okay. I like the idea of taking more damage on him, like killing this with him, and then bouncing him. But that would cost a lot of mana to replay him. At this stage, the mana is pretty precious to me. So, and it would leave me, I wouldn't have any control of the board right now. At least he's got to spend something to kill. Okay. Do that trade, and he's got nothing for this guy to buff. That's okay. Upgraded repair bot. Choo choo. That's pretty good. So I could turn him into a 3/5. I could turn him into a 4/5 that hits right away. I think since there's no threat out there, I should really get this guy out. And it's a waste of like offensive, like a killing capability to play him now, but I do get more damage in as opposed to healing myself. I could just heal myself to sort of slow play it that way. Having him on the board doesn't give me a lot more advantage. You know what? I'm going to do that. 2 hit points for me instead of taking 2 hit points from him. I would have him on the board, but then I wouldn't have him in my hand. And he's safe in my hand as a way that something that can come out and do damage. So the fact that I have more cards I have not been going on about, because of course he's a warlock, he's going to get his cards back. It seems like he's built his deck heavily weenie. Or he just had a great early game draw. The more coil I was worried about a million years ago. That is annoying. I don't have enough mana to do this, play this, and zap that thing. So this is going to get to kill something. So I might as well almost just trade for it. Because I would have loved to give this guy boost in health and do crazy things, but if I can't kill this guy right away, there's no point. I could play this guy and waste the Villain's Chosen to kill it, because it would go away when this guy died. That doesn't do me any good. So, yeah, I guess I'm just going to do this. Because I got to get set ready to play more things. Could be worse. And now I'm supposed to not save him for a mech. I didn't get a mech. It just didn't work out that way. I'm just gonna play him without it. Again, there was no point in buffing that guy. It made no difference. And same logic as last turn. I'm just gonna heal myself. Try and tank it out. Preserve my valuable cards. I've got the board advantage. I heal myself. He takes damage every turn. If I can neutralize what he's doing, which of course I can't necessarily. I don't have the AoE. Without. No, it was a little unexpected. Guy's got a lot of hit points. I think I'm going to buff this guy and kill that. I'd have 9 hit points, then back down to 5. Then I could heal him back up a little. Seems okay.
I must consider.
I mean, I could be going for the throat right now, but I like the idea of leaving him with nothing out there.
Hey, give me that!
And I could actually play her, and she would buff him, so let's do that. I don't need the Annoytron. Again, the Annoytron is cheap, and it works instantly, and it's like taunt. Effectively, it's like defense charge, right? You play him, and instantly your opponent is going to be hampered unless he can kill it. Ah, he had a Siphon Goal. Bite me. Still, he spent his whole turn doing that pretty much, so I'm still ahead. But that was annoying. Ooh. I like that. Okay, let's go a little bit more aggro now. I'm going to get more value out of him. I've got the Bluegill to protect me. I've got this as, like, cover. Let's start inflicting damage. So you get another Void? Another Void costs 10, right? Yeah. Should have an extra turn of leeway there before he can do that. Yeah, now he suddenly wishes he had all the taunt, and he apparently has a lot of taunt.
What does the future hold?
What does the fox say?
You're in trouble now.
Bitches. Boulder Fist? Yeah, the Boulder Fist wasn't going to help as much as Double Taunt was. But I should have this, I would think. He only has 8 hit points, so if the rest of my guys can kill his stuff, then I win. So, yeah.
Hey, give me that!
Where shall I strike?
For the Alliance!
Embrace the void.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, his deck was so weenie, and then he just ran out of steam somehow, even though he was drawing cards every turn. I don't know. It did not work out well for him. He had a pretty good start, but the Senjin, like, he just didn't attack. He didn't attack the Senjin that one turn. I think that was a place where it went downhill for him. I think he had a turn where he could have killed this Senjin. He would have had very little left, but I think he chose not to, and he really needed it to be dead. But maybe I'm misremembering. A lot of stuff just happened. Come on. We have a paladin. Stupid paladins. All their consecrates that I never get. This is a slow hand. My deck is relatively not slow. I think a lot of my stuff is 4 or less. I'm going to pitch all 3 cards and try and get something cheaper, because the Soul Priest is not my favorite, like, turn 4 play anyhow. That's something. Although, this is a great card if things are going horribly. If things are going normally, it's not going to help out for a while. Fairy Dragon. I see. Well, answer that with a Brewmaster, which you can probably blow up. But at least being a Fairy Dragon, the Paladin can't just, like, buff it. Unless he had the Give Bubble guy, in which case he could have buffed it, and it would have been horrible, but he didn't. So that's okay. The trade or not? I would have been very happy with the trade. I may have to trade him on my turn. Although, maybe not. I'm going to have the Ogre Brute out. No, let's just hit each other. Probably a horrible idea. But my army's much bigger, and again, he can't buff this. Now, he could put a Blessing of Kings on that, it would be horrible, but he used his coin already, so not this turn. He's doing that again, it makes me feel okay. Alright, he's just hoping they'll divert him, but now I'm fine with the way this is going. Try and hit him. It works. Again, killing them to avoid him having buff targets would be great, but I couldn't kill both of them, so I might as well just do the 4 damage. Plus, there was a 50-50 chance he was going to hit one of them anyway. I could consecrate now. I don't think it's the ideal play, since this guy would get bigger, and yeah, he could use these 2 and kill that, but not a bit heavy. This is getting a little crazy here. Velen's Chosen. Oh, I've got so many choices all of a sudden. Oh, what do I do? Because Enhanced Meccano could be fantastic. But no, he's probably not going to work out well enough. No, I'm better off with the Velen's Chosen. So I'm going to Velen's Chosen. This guy is already a bigger target, but I still got to do him because he's uncontrolled. That would be silly. So yeah, we'll do that. Kill the Yeti, obviously. And then I could heal him. I could play the Bluegill. The Bluegill doesn't make sense to me. Try and hit him. Okay, kills one of the guys, that's fine. We're going to heal this for sure. Might get blown up by something, but that's pretty big for a Paladin to just explode. He could nerf it if he had the Peacekeeper. Ow. Right, well, that was painful, but I'll live. Do that to Enhance Meccano. It's not a brilliant plan. Nothing big enough to Shadow Word Death except my own guy, which is why it's highlighted as castable. Now, I think the thing to do is just play him. And I would have liked to kill that and then heal my guy, but since I can't heal my guy, I think I'd rather do the damage for now. I couldn't heal my guy and play something useful, which would be the Repair Bot or this guy. Wrath. Okay, now all of his stuff together can kill that, but then he's spent all that. Although Hammer of Wrath does replace the card. Still, that was okay. Shrinkmeister. Oh, I could kill her with the bluegill and not take the damage. I mean, it means I'm not playing the repair bot, but I kind of like it.
Let us see if this
Heal myself. All in all, doing pretty well, although my opponent has tons of cards. At least I have some stuff in play to show for it. And a Consecrate would turn my army into not an army, but I'd still have this guy out with a lot of hit points, so that would be okay. Relatively speaking. I'd rather he didn't Consecrate. Okay, one of those.
Reporting for
He's got a lot of cards because he's been using the reinforcements a lot, but they really haven't done much for him, I would have to say. I guess what I'm going to do is Tidehunter and then Enhanso Mechano. And I still have mana to heal after that. If Enhanso Mechano survives, I could even buff him into like a useful fighting machine. No bubbles. I was really hoping for bubbles. Bubbles are pretty awesome. Didn't get them, so I'm going to go like this. Like that. Heal my guy, obviously. And this time, for once, I am actually going to make sure he has no buff targets. Nothing that can attack. That's always a priority. It's just on the previous turns I felt that my situation was better not doing that. But this time it was 3 damage or give him no buff target. Definitely no buff target was the priority. That hurts, but I'm still in a pretty good position. Although it's too bad the buff wore off at the end of turn because now I can't Shadow Word Death him. But still, this is 6 damage, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's dead. Because Enhanso Mechano is crazy.
Let's get physical.
Oh, I've got enough mana to do both. Hold on.
Repair available.
And you're dead. Awesome. Oh, Priest Power. I had to get the repair bot out there because I have hardly ever gotten that buff off. I don't normally go for it, so that means I'm less likely to have it, but certainly in the arena it doesn't seem to come up very much for me. But it did that game to make no difference whatsoever because I was already winning, which is a pretty good reason to have something not work out, so that's fine. And 3 wins, no losses. It's almost too good to be true, but we'll see if I can keep it going next time. If you found that useful or entertaining, or if you enjoy cookies, hit the like button. And check out Tales from My D&D Campaign on youtube.com/Demonac.